All right, let's break down day one of the third Ashes test. And what a day it was. I mean, this was a classic story, almost like a drama in 2 acts. It kicked off with an absolute shocking collapse, and then finished with this brilliant comeback that just completely flipped the whole script.
Seriously, the best way to get your head around this day is to think of it as a tale of 2 completely different halves. The morning session, that belonged entirely to England. They just ripped through the Aussie lineup, triggering a massive batting collapse. But then, the afternoon? Wow. We saw an incredible, powerful comeback from the home side that changed everything.
So the stage is set at the beautiful Adelaide Oval. The Australian captain, Pat Cummins, he wins the toss and makes a pretty confident call. We're gonna bat first. You know, he's basically backing his guys to go out there and put a huge score on the board right from the get-go.
Yeah, about that decision to bat, it was put to the test, and I mean, immediately. England's bowlers came out absolutely firing, and all of a sudden, Australia's top order found themselves in a world of trouble, and it happened fast.
Now, this is where it gets really crazy. Look at how these wickets fell. They're in pairs. Australia loses 2 wickets with a score stuck on 33. And then it happens again. 2 more wickets fall with the score at 94. This wasn't just losing a few wickets. This was a full-blown code red crisis unfolding in the middle.
94 for 4. Just let that sink in. That one number tells the whole story of the morning. The entire top order is gone, and Australia is just staring down the barrel of a disastrously low total. At this point, England is completely, totally in control.
But, you know, right from that moment of total crisis, that's when the comeback started. Led by their keeper batsman, Australia began to slowly, carefully claw their way back into the game. But before you can launch a counterattack, someone has to stop the bleeding, and that person was Usman Khawaja. His patient, gritty 82 runs were the absolute definition of an anchor innings. He just absorbed all that pressure, calmed everyone down, and laid the foundation for the fight back that was about to come. So, with the ship steadied, the stage was set for a hero. And Alex Carey, well, he stepped up and delivered exactly what his team needed. It was a major innings, all built under the most intense pressure imaginable.
106, a magnificent century. And this wasn't just an innings that saved his team, it was an innings that completely wrestled the momentum of the entire match back to Australia's corner. He turned defense into attack. And just look at how he built it. It took him 143 balls, and he perfectly mixed solid defense with some calculated aggression, hitting 8 fours and a big 6. It wasn't just about the number, it was a masterclass in how to handle pressure. And, crucially, it was his first 100 of the whole series. What a time to get it.
Okay, so Carey was definitely the star for the Aussies, but we have to give some serious credit where it's due. England's main weapon with the ball was an absolute constant threat all day long.
Now, before we get to the numbers, just a real quick explainer on a key stat, economy rate. It's simple, really. It just measures how many runs a bowler gives away, on average, for every over they bowl. And for a bowler, the lower that number, the better.
And honestly, this chart says it all. Just look at Jofra Archer's economy rate, a stunning 1.81. Now compare that to his teammates Jackson Carr's. Both of them were going for over 5 runs and over. So Archer wasn't just taking wickets, he was completely tying the batters down, giving them absolutely nothing to hit with his relentless pace and accuracy.
And he backed up that control by leading the attack with 3 crucial wickets. Carson Jacks definitely chipped in with some support, but it was Archer's performance that really defined England's bowling effort for the day.
So, after all that drama, the huge collapse, the incredible comeback, where did things actually end up when they called it a day? Let's take a look at the final scoreboard.
Okay, so at stumps, which is just cricket talk for the end of the day's play, Australia got to 326 for the loss of 8 wickets. You can see those massive contributions from Carey and Khawaja. But look down there. See that little star next to Mitchell Starc's 33? That means he's not out. He's still batting, and he'll be back tomorrow. All in all, that's a very competitive total.
So let's just put that into perspective for a second. They went from a disastrous 94 for 4 to finishing the day at 326 for 8. That is a truly remarkable recovery, and it puts Australia in a real position of strength going into day 2.
And so, the stage is perfectly set for a fascinating day 2. Australia has put a solid total on the board, but now all that pressure flips over to England. Can their batters handle these conditions and put up a big score of their own? That is the million-dollar question we're all waiting to see answered.